Welcome back to Mike's Miniatures, the place for all things mini wargaming. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Iron Hands Combat Patrol Box, everybody. Now, this is what the Iron Hands were given as a combat patrol. It is a little bit thematic here, and we're just going to do a quick little breakdown of what's found within this box here. First and foremost, as your leader, you're going to get a Tech Marine to kind of help lead the force, but mostly to help maintain and repair the equipment here for the army. Then you're going to get two 5-man squads of heavy intercessors that could be combined as one big squad of 10, though for the purposes of a game of combat patrol and such, you'll probably want to keep them as two 5-mans for now until we expand on the army. And then this box then comes with two Fire Strike servo turrets here. These turrets are basically more of a defensive line here. They can move, surprisingly, but only like 3 inches at most. You basically want to deploy these in the game here at a perfect spot to give them just enough cover, but to open fire on lanes for shooting and to deny opponents from coming in to steal objectives and things. These are really good just sitting on an objective here, kind of defending and just shooting here. Now, personally, when this box here, it comes to 405 points, and MSRP is going to be 170. And when it comes to this box here, this is not a good box. For Combat Patrol and for the Iron Hands, Games Workshop, you done did them dirty. This feels like kind of a letdown, not very thematic for the Iron Hands. And so I've been kind of brainstorming for the last little bit on how on earth we could improve this Combat Patrol if we were to kind of design our own. And this is, got a couple of options here. This first one is kind of more what I'm leaning towards here. Seems a bit more thematic, and you don't have to even change much right here. You're basically still going to have your Tech Marine, you're still going to have your two squads of heavy intercessors, but instead of the servo turrets, why not just give them a Redemptor Dreadnought? The theme of the Iron Hands army is big, vehicle-heavy, tank, and heavy intercessors, heavy weaponless guys. These guys are basically the ones that like to play like the walking tank fortress that just shoots and destroys as they move forward, and hopefully they don't blow up at the same time. But this change up for a combat patrol will get you 465 points, and you still get 33% off of the MSRP value of what's inside this box here compared to what it normally would have. But if you don't like this and you don't want to have a Dreadnought or the General Tech Marine, another thematic good box here would be change out the Tech Marine for Iron Father Pharos. This is basically the chapter master of the Iron Hands, and this is basically to keep it at or around 500 points. Adding him would make it 505 points and only increase the percent off if you were to buy all these boxes individually at 34% right here. So this is what one of these two, I think that Games Workshop shouldn't have given the Iron Hands the turrets and should have given them something like a Dreadnought or a tank. Probably more of the leaning towards the Dreadnought here. But overall, this is kind of what we've been given. And so if we were to get this Combat Patrol box, kind of how on earth would we expand it from here to create this army? And honestly, this is probably going to be the cheapest way to do it. And thankfully, with everything that's been announced and coming out, we're just going to get a couple more Combat Patrol boxes to expand the Iron Hands. First and foremost, get the Imperial Fist Combat Patrol and just don't use the Imperial Fist transfers or shoulder pads if it comes with one of those there. As we remember from the very first review, this will come with your captain with a company heroes, 5 Terminators, 5 regular intercessors, and 5 heavy intercessors, so you can combine your Iron Hand Combat Patrol to a squad of 10 heavy intercessors and then have a squad of 5, and this will thematically fit the build of the army really well. Moving forward, to get another thing to expand the army, get the Dark Angels Combat Patrol. This will give you your Captain and Gravis armor right here, with Blade Guard veterans, some Hellblasters for some anti-vehicle, and then 10 more Intercessors that you can kind of play around with, or a Kit Bash if necessary to make other units that you want from there. But this will make your army very Intercessor, both heavy and regular heavy, and which is pretty thematic with the army right here to kind of get started. But since you have the servo turrets with the army right here and we want more vehicles, I would then start not by just getting one dreadnought, but let's get 2 dreadnoughts here. Now I put Redemptor because it's got they're good middle ground between shooty and melee halfway, and they have the plasma cannon right here. So I'd probably go with these, but you can go with any kind of dreadnought that you want here to support this army. But getting those 2 Redemptor dreadnoughts with these, the 2 combat patrols on top of the combat patrol with the Iron Hand combat patrol will get you 1,790 points force. This is darn near close to 2,000. Give whatever enhancements you want to do with the leaders and the tech marines and things like that. Maybe get yourself the Iron Father Pharaohs here as your main leader unit. He's good enough points to expand it here. Or alternately, get Kanek Var, the new leader here. He's going to be anywhere between 80 and 100 points, and MSRP's somewhere in the window of $40 to $50 right here. Now, I had to do a little bit of research on Kanek Var because I unfortunately am not as well versed with Iron Hand lore as I would like to be, and they've had some tragic events happen to this poor chapter right here. But Kanek Var is just a captain of the army as a named character. He's been known to have served during the Great Rift and has been around for quite a while from what I've been able to learn online about this character and what from Warhammer Wiki and things like that have come out for him. He is very much a beat stick of a character in the lore, and I can't wait to see what more info we get with him and to see what people do with this model moving forward from there. But that's how I would just start the Iron Hands army, or at least expand from the combat patrol that we were given. Please use the affiliate links down below, guys, if you want to start this army and want to get any of the combat patrols to kind of start prepping for this when this eventually does drop here. It's how you can also support the channel, and so that I can continue to make great videos like this here for you. And let me know if this is an army that you would eventually like us to start putting together here on the channel, because I think with this army kind of fits a bit more of my play style with what I do with the Argent Templars, kind of the defensive, rely on heavy firepower, heavy armor, things like that. It's just fun that way. But anyways, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Miniatures, and until I see you guys next time, please like, comment, and share, and I will continue to answer your questions and messages in the comment section down below. But till next time, guys, bye-bye.